No, because it didn't pop up on our fucking phone. Nope. Nope. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
We on.
All right, everybody, we live.
There
I
we is, homie.
apologize. I apologize for the delay. We had a few delays. Had some technical difficulties we had to overcome, but we overcame them.
Send it to my phone, Stone, so I can send that to them.
So I'm hoping everybody's good now. We trying to had to overcome some technical difficulties, you guys.
Yeah, we trying to fix it. So bear with us, y'all. Bear with us.
Uh,
Okay, so we are on. So let me fix my background.
yeah, we were actually here at 7:30, but for some reason, we wasn't able to go live yet. So now that we are, you know,
Send me that so I can send it to DT, to the phone.
okay.
Let me start from here, bro.
All
All
right.
right.
Whew.
Okay, here we go, folks.
That's how we've been doing it though, y'all. We've been having it, things happen. We
Trying to
just
get it right for the
we gotta
folks,
get
for
through.
everybody out
We
here.
just have to, get through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a lot of that. But hey, we here. Hopefully y'all stuck it out. Whoever some people stuck it out. It was a cold 20 minutes though. That's that. Ooh, that. All right, let me get back on
Yeah.
track.
Look, Stone, let me fix mine, y'all. Hey, bear with me, but you stay right there because we're getting this right. My camera's all messed up and shit. Excuse the language.
Yeah, go out and come back in, get your camera right. What's up, World Stone and Bone World? I hope y'all out there checking us out, man. We had a few technical difficulties getting started, so we had to go out and come back in a couple times, but we working on it, and here we are. You know what I mean? Me and Bone, we was sitting there talking. We thought we was already live, but found out we wasn't. So
All
we
right,
are
I'm back,
now
brother.
though. We are now though. We live, and
There he is. So,
what we was
like we
doing, I
said,
was
let's start
telling
it.
Bone how much I appreciate him and how much we was I thank him for coming with me on this journey we on right now. Um, we done made a lot of connections and did a whole lot of things already. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. Who
Real.
knows where we going with this in the future, man? Who knows?
There we go.
But
There we go.
the opportunities is there and they wide open for us. So we gonna keep grinding it out. Um, had a big weekend this past weekend. I was telling Bone Friday we went. Shout out to Hunter Solid uh, and Derek Holmes had his 55th birthday. So me and wifey went out to the Dina, hung out with Derek and his people out there in the Dina.
Shout out to my Ardena family,
Then Saturday, the individuals, Big Dwight. If y'all saw that well, I put a clip out of it. We gotta put the whole show out. Then Big Dwight. If y'all saw, that clip, they had the individuals picnic and they changed the location to right there at Woodley Park, right here in the valley. So you know, we had to go pop in on that. So we popped in on that. Seen all the low riders and met all the met some people that came out to hang in the valley with us. Then Sunday morning, bright and early, we up, had to take it to the city. We up on Stocker and Crenshaw at the lowrider at the individuals lowrider event they had out there on the Shaw, man. So big weekend. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on, man. So what'd you think about this weekend, Bone? How was you?
Man, I had a ball, bro. You know, I had to work though. The first one, I missed the individual's first one. I got there later on, but I still got to check it out. It was awesome, man. And you know, from them switching it and everybody making it to Woodley Park at the last moment. Thank everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So, and then man, we was giving a shout out. You know, Unc just passed. Rod Jarrow. You know what I'm
Linda
saying?
Payton,
Linda Payton.
Johnny Fisher, shout out to
Johnny
them.
Fisher.
You know, to the families out there, our condolences and all that.
Yeah, Pastor Joseph. It's been a lot of losses in 2026. More gonna come to mind as we keep flowing.
You know what I'm
You know.
saying?
So the plan is, you know, we're gonna be bringing guests in and out. So man, y'all need to hit the chat up, man, and let us know. Let us know that you out there hanging with us today. You know what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, we're gonna be having a few guests pop in.
Yep. So you know, I think they must have thought we came on later or something, but we here though. We just gotta let it get busy and see if we
Right.
get any guests to come hang out with us tonight and check it out. See what we got going. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
So I know we so look, man, you know, a few things done happen, man. A few things that happened in the community, man, since last we spoke. DT,
Okay. There you go, brother.
What's good? What's
How you
good?
doing, man?
it's good,
We
DT.
thanks for joining us,
Man,
man.
all
You
is
know,
well, man. Ain't nothing.
we live hanging out with the
Thanks for the
world
invite.
today. You know what I'm saying? We just coming to,
Yes, sir.
chop it up and see what's going on, give it a new perspective, man. It's
Yeah,
a community perspective now, we done graduated from McClellan's perspective to the whole community, all the communities perspective. We want to hear what everybody talking about. You
that's
feel
what's
me?
up.
So shit.
Absolutely. What's good though? What Sambo? What was that? That was his what? 50th? I saw y'all at Shannon.
Shambo 50th. Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up. I gotta call that boy.
Last
Big
Shambo.
50. Big 50.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sam, well, I ain't seen him in a minute, man.
I missed it,
I gotta reach
bro.
out to him.
So,
Where was it
Bone, I
at?
missed your thing, bro. I couldn't get there. I was burnt out. Y'all know I've been running.
Little spot out there, little spot right there in Hollywood, right off of shit, I forgot the street it was on. It's right off the freeway though. When you get it might I want to say it might have been Highland. It might have been Highland because we only went we just
Okay.
straight. Yeah, it was straight down the street. Little spot over there,
Okay.
man. Uh, shit, homies like homies was in the house. Reg, Big
Okay.
Jerome, Bobby
Yeah,
Wynn.
I saw.
Big,
Yeah, I saw some pictures. I think Red sent me a picture or something.
yeah,
I
the
saw
little
that. Yeah, that's
Hey,
what's
yo,
up.
hey, he's on the beach, ain't he? Over there by the beach, right?
yeah, that was it. Yeah, he just moved. That nigga shit. That nigga in Houston now.
Oh, he done shook us. Okay.
You moved to Houston?
He shook
Yeah,
Cali. Yeah, he just shook Cali.
on the real.
What are you doing in
Hey,
Houston now?
What's up,
the general in the
Craze?
house.
What's
The
up,
general's in the
General?
house. What's up with a loved one? Talk to us, Craze.
Who
We
was that?
hanging out
Oh, Craig.
today. We
What's
had to
up,
go
Craig?
live. You coming to hang out with us?
Shannon must have retired. Did he retire?
Craze, they say that you retire?
No, Shannon. I'm talking about did Shannon retire to go to Houston?
Oh, yeah, Shannon Dunn.
He retired and he turned 50, retired, and moved to Houston all in one whoop.
Man, that's a beautiful thing. I'm right behind him.
Oh, you shaking
I'm going
Cali?
to I'm going to Atlanta. I got a pad in Atlanta, so we going to Atlanta. My wife from Atlanta, so
Oh, you getting your ass out of here too?
yeah, man. Money go a lot longer out there.
Make your
For real,
money
that's
in
what I heard.
Cali. Make your money in Cali and let it ride out there to the south. That's a lot. That's
Yeah,
hey,
I'll be back and forth, but yeah,
yeah.
for sure. They actually going out there tomorrow. Tomorrow night. Um, she had a little
Appreciate it.
death in her family.
Appreciate it, sir.
Man, that's crazy.
What's good, Craze? Craze on here? Don't bring no cowboy shit on here.
It's cowboy shit already on here. It's already cowboy shit on here.
Rams too though. So you know it's
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
Ram
three
too.
rivals right here, boy.
It's
You
already
got
Yeah,
the
cowboy
we
shit
tired.
you
on
know
here. It's always cowboy shit on Stone and Bone. It just is.
For
always
sure.
Territory, man. It just goes to
shit.
That's right.
territory. But look,
That's
man,
what's up.
hey, so DT, man,
Yes, sir.
I want to get your thoughts, man, on the cause you a deep brother. So I want to see what was your thoughts on the Carmelo Anthony incident, man? How did you see that, man?
Still figuring it out, but from what I know so far, what I think so far, um, I mean, if you've been in a position of being attacked, you do what you got to do. In the moment, I think that's what he felt. You know what I mean? And you can say he went overboard. You can say whatever. He was a slight dude. He's 130 pounds. Those brothers they say was 200 plus. I'm not saying they should have died. I'm saying
Right.
shit happened. You know what I mean, like all fair in love and war. You know what I mean? Like if 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 you feel like your life on the line, it's just like a fight when you're defending yourself. You like that's a different type of energy, right? You know what I mean? Because you don't know who you fighting and what he trying to do to you. So you trying to win, get up out of there safely. So uh, the thing is, I don't like how a lot of the stuff is not clear. Was it a knife or was it a? They said it was a screw-on cleat or a track cleat thing or something, right? Which one
Right.
was it? That it shouldn't be no question about that, right?
I
You know,
From the picture I saw, I believe I thought I saw a picture of a knife. It was like it was a
okay,
knife. It was legal though. It's first Texas is an open carry state, so you could have a
open
knife.
carry state.
He wasn't supposed to have it at school. He wasn't supposed to have it at school, but he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't even charged with possession of an illegal weapon because the weapon wasn't illegal.
Right,
Um,
right.
now
Uh-oh.
CJ,
Leaf come here messing stuff up. Who's that? Leaf? Who is that? I can't
No,
see.
that's Mr. Craig Mitchell. That's little young Craig
Hey,
Mitchell.
what's
Okay,
happening?
okay,
What's happening?
okay.
What's happening?
okay.
What
What's
up? What
happening,
up?
folks?
What's up now?
What's good?
What's
We
good?
excellent.
Turn it down some your speaker.
It's an
Turn it
echo.
down on your speaker.
Yeah, it's
Echo.
an echo.
Yeah.
So nah, but look, man. Oh, you got it on your.
Oh, you got it on your.
Is it on your
Yeah, it's
phone?
on
Yeah,
my
that's the
phone.
echo.
You have it on two different.
Nah, I only got it on one.
Okay.
Yeah, it got to be an earpiece, or you got to.
Nah, it's like a delay
Or
though.
mute your mic right now. So you can mute your mic.
Okay, I got you. Hold on.
I got it.
There we go.
There you go.
So when you hear okay.
So look, um, I was looking at it like this, man, because a lot of cats,
Got
especially
Blue Rag in the building. What's good, homie?
a lot of cats, especially
Mm-hmm.
from our community, was like, man, he should have just gave him a fade. I've
Mm-hmm.
heard that from our community a few times. Even Miss Joy, who I was talking to yesterday, Bone know who I'm talking about. Miss Joy from LA. She was saying, in my day, now you push back and all that, right? So, and I was thinking about that, and I said, man, okay, he never said he wanted to fight that dude.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't no mutual, oh, I like this girl, you like this girl, hey, we need to get down and settle that. It was never a thing where it was like, okay, we mutually agree to get down.
Mm-hmm.
Dude actually said he didn't want to get down. So now
Right.
we're in a space of you're being bullied. Now there's a bully situation
Mm-hmm.
because if he's saying he don't want to get down, but this dude is pushing that, no, you gonna get down, or I'm about to put you out of here. I'm being bullied, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm being bullied, my mama used to tell me, you pick up whatever you can, you
Crack that motherfucker.
whatever
Do
you
what you
go,
gotta
whatever
do.
it is to get this
Crack
bully
his
to help
ass.
me. That's the way that's the way most of us was taught to be. Like, you don't
Yeah.
I'm not just leaving, and you're gonna bully me, and I'm telling you, don't put your hands on me. So I have to look at it like that, man. Like that, like he didn't do nothing. Like, dude, man, you
And
bullying me.
we saying it, yeah, and we're saying it from a singular standpoint, right? So like it just say it's 3 people on this call, right? 4 people, but 3 other than me, right? So it's like y'all walk up to me at a tent. I'm at a pop up, I'm chilling, right? And Bone say, tell me out whatever, you got to roll it up. I'm like, I ain't roll. What you mean? You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
standing my ground, right? Nah, homie, I ain't. What you mean? But even in that, even though I'm standing my ground, I still gotta size all y'all up, right? I gotta understand if it go, I'm at a disadvantage. No matter how, no matter what I can do physically, it don't matter. I'm at a disadvantage, right? I got 3, 4 dudes right here in my eyesight that can do harm to me. So what do? I gotta, you know what I mean? What do I do? Do I feel like I feel like my life is on the line, maybe potentially, right?
Right.
Who determines what I'm feeling? Y'all may be just trying to bully me. In my mind, I'm thinking maybe one of y'all trying to get me out of here. You know what I mean? So
Man,
I gotta get somebody. I wasn't trying to get you out of here.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
just
hey,
trying to
what
get
situation is this
me out
one?
of here.
What situation y'all speaking on right
we're
now?
talking about
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony.
Okay, so Carmelo, yeah, man, that would
Yeah, Carmelo Anthony.
young brother got railroaded, homie. Straight up, like he was like you, like the brother was speaking on is he was already being bullied. He was tired of it, and they looking at his actions as far as interaction between high school people. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't call phase in high school to where, we didn't think about even gang banging. Oh, I'm about to kill this nigga. But the pressure of how you raised. You know what I'm saying? That's why even when I talk to Bone, all the time I always tell him it's all about the root of how you grow. What's being teach in this household. So, you know, the backlash of the Carmelo Anthony thing is more so of what his parents did with the money. That's what they looking at. Like, how was this person raised? Like, what was your instincts at that moment? And it's called premeditated. Like,
Right.
that's what get a lot of homies convicted is premeditated. Once they prove that it was premeditated, you're done. It don't matter how they do it or when they do it, you're done. But I'm grateful that a lot of homies did come home because, like I always say, like if you in the field and you playing ball like the white boys was doing, they was playing ball. We was at the field, we was playing ball. They was playing ball because they was bullying Carmelo, is what I'm saying already. So it was already lined up for them to get their issue, for basically them to strike out, is what I'm saying. So they struck out. You know what I'm saying? He lived to see another day, but it's just that how the people is gonna look at it is more so of that it was premeditated. And that's what they paid for Carmelo, is that it was premeditated. And
But-
then, like I said, like
But I don't see how. He didn't premeditation. Me and you get into it. I leave, which I have an opportunity. When I leave, I have an opportunity to calm down, right? I go home, get a burn, get a strap, come back and do something to you, or vice versa, right? That's premeditation. He didn't leave the premises. It was self-defense. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
definitely, I agree with you, brother.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The thing
They
is,
led it up to the
we
point.
are projected. We are always considered the aggressors, right? It's an intimidation factor with a lot of these people, right? So when we, if I go up or,
No, I was just saying there's no way if it was reversed and a gang of blacks was on a little white boy that they would have said that was a first-degree murder. There's no way.
Hey, Stone, let's put it like this. If he would have killed another brother, then we wouldn't be having this conversation, because it wouldn't even probably went there. He probably wouldn't even be in jail. It probably would have got blown up like it did. He probably wouldn't even be standing trial. You know what I'm saying?
I love you brothers and how y'all so optimistic about this system that we live in. Like, I love it. Like, it sounds like we talking about a fair system. Like, I mean, we all old enough. We're all old enough to understand that we live in two different Americas. We play by two whole different set of rules. Okay? I was in the sauna the other day having a conversation with a Caucasian guy about this same thing. I said, would it be okay? I mean, why is Carmelo even going to jail? He said, well, Carmelo, he said he killed the guy, right? I said, well, technically, dude's going to kill himself anyway based on the stats, right? Technically, he's going to kill himself anyway based on the stats, right? That's an ignorant statement to me to make, but that's the kind of world we live in, where people just say ignorant things about us. There is no backlash. There is no outcry, okay? So the fact of the matter is we live in two different Americas, bro. They rushed the trial. It should have never been rushed. They didn't have any integral evidence. It can be premeditated because it happened in the moment. So that's not what it was.
Okay, right there, Lee, right there. When they look at the counsel we had. So that's the first thing you got to take, is who's speaking for you. Look at the counsel we had. That boy had enough money. His parents had enough money to get him proper counsel. First thing Charleston White, trick ass, was talking about, but the first thing he was talking about was his counsel, which he was correct on. The boy didn't have proper counsel. He couldn't speak for himself. He can't, let his emotions be known, what was really going through in his time as far as being traumatized. See, one thing about us is that we knew we was part of a tribe. So we had other ways to vent as a young man, to be like, okay, you know what, I'm going to shake this way, because we had big homies like Bone I had, or somebody be like, nigga, go get L. If I didn't get L, then somebody was going to be like, hey, this nigga don't even want to fight. So the first thing my dad would think is that, oh, nigga, what, you about to go get a weapon or something? Like, nah, nigga, that ain't how we get out. This is not where we from. Versus how everybody else was built. You know what I'm saying? So
that would be unfair, because this kid is in a different time. This is a different era, right? People are out here moving differently. So this is a different era, and we got to consider the time. The fact of the matter is, we could look at it from a moral standpoint or from a judicial standpoint. And obviously,
you know what? I respect how you said that, the moral standpoint. But keep on that note. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yeah, this is more about the judicial system. You got to think, right around that same time, an Asian dude just killed a black person that didn't have a gun, and they just said that it was okay. Dog, we are up against this. Actually, shit like this needs to happen, because it's a lot of black people that contribute to this. All right. That's just the reality of it. And if we're going to have a conversation, let's have a conversation. Okay, we're contributors to these things. We're contributors to our image. We're contributing to not holding up a certain standard within this space. Now, if we're talking about specifically this kid, this shit is unfair. All it could do is make you agitated and angry, because you are literally sitting here and looking. You're in two different Americas at the same time, bro.
You see, the politics in Texas a little different. How they view shit, how they gonna go about shit. Where was the brother at?
Texas.
Was it Texas?
Texas.
Okay, so yeah, Cali, we raised different. The judges is different. Everybody is different. It's a different set of people.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No,
More men in California can get on a 3-strike law than any other state.
Bruh.
No, it's not.
So
it feels different, bro. It feels different
yeah,
because
no,
you look
okay.
at the
I'm talking about
results.
the viewpoint about what happened. Because if the Carmelo
Yeah,
Anthony situation was in California, bro would be writing that out. I'll tell you that for sure. From the 90s till down. Because I could point out homies that it came on. We just had a homie that just came on off of murder and the nigga gun smoking. You
Well,
know what I'm saying? So
hold on. Did he smoke a rich white boy?
but there you go. That's a good one right there. You know what I'm saying, Stone? That's a good one. Nah, it was another essay. But that's my thing about
Oh,
playing ball. Cause see, you right online. But
no,
go ahead with what you was about to say. Go ahead with
hold
what you
up,
was about to say, because that's what I'm
Malik.
talking about as
So
far as it being different. Because then
now
again,
to
that's
build
how
on what
another
Leaf
reason why I
said,
explained it is different because we're not programmed over here to go get white boys know they place where we at in Cali. Straight the fuck up. It ain't no white boy get out of line when that's over here. Period. I'm saying from experience. I don't know about any other nigga that been to college or none of that. I don't know about that. But I know about blacks and Mexicans, nigga. And that's it. But in Texas, shit like this just it
well,
happens. You know what I'm
well,
saying? To
we
where they
looking
done
at it.
killed us.
it ain't no. Hold up. It ain't no different. I feel you, but it ain't really no different nowhere else. Let me say, what Leaf. I think what Leaf is saying too is we perpetuate the nonsense, right? And at some point, we got to keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Of what we share to the world, because when we share all this shit to the world, the if you want to say the young Miami's, the different, we have no balance any longer from where we grew up, right? All of us around in the same age group, 4 or 5 years different, 2 years, whatever. Uh, Back in the 90s, we had gangster rap, right? We had Too
Yep.
Shorts, we had all these different people, right? But we had balance. You also had Public Enemy, right? You also had Poor Righteous Teacher, right? So you wasn't consumed with bullshit all the time. And if at some point we gotta call it what it is, dog. Perpetuate bullshit all day on social media. I don't care how long it's been around. It don't do nothing for us. It's done nothing for us, but it's popular. You know what I mean? And we losing people every day, jail, death, because of it. And the whole new generation is paying attention to it, right? So we're training a whole new generation to be on bullshit, right? Because we can't let go. Don't matter why we joined at 16 or 14 or 13 or whatever situation happened. Ain't no way we supposed to be standing on that at 50 or
Well,
48
here's
or
the thing, DT.
35.
DT, here's the thing.
Hold up.
Everybody,
Let me land. So we soft play that shit all the time because it's popular, right? You know what I mean? We soft play that effect on our communities, right? We done lost how many? Yeah, we all know how many, a lot. I'm just talking about just from the people we know, right? Through prison and death, right? At some point, this shit is over. We gotta either we on this side of the fence or we on that side of the fence because we dying and we losing. Ain't no sugarcoating it no more, man. We gotta really stand on the table about it. And
We are
well,
that's the
losing,
image we
bro.
give to the
Real.
world. So when we go into the court system, that's how they look at us.
and here's the
That's how
thing.
they look at us.
Just don't help them look at us that way. There's an underbelly to every community. It's just our community celebrate the underbelly, and
Yeah,
that's the
we
backwards way.
celebrate
So
it though.
remember,
Yes,
we were wearing suits and dignified and distinguished, and they still look at us different. So they gonna hate us regardless, bro. I
true.
don't care what nobody say. These motherfuckers hate
I
us
agree with that.
regardless.
I agree with
My
that.
my thing my
I
thing
agree with
is
that.
they're utilizing social presence and social popularity to condemn this dude, and
Mm-hmm.
he's getting aggravated. He's getting
A
abused
good
even
kid.
more just because of society. Right. First off, even when you
A
look at the
good kid.
sentencing and all that, he don't deserve any of that shit. Like it's other
No.
stuff out here that people ain't seen that young white boys have just done right now, killing somebody. The dude just had HIV, had sex with 700 different black women. They cutting time in half. So we are up against something in this United States from a contemporary
You better.
standpoint, and I think we need to pay attention to it. It's very serious.
It
But look, you ready?
definitely needs to
Indy
be.
Irie
And it's
getting criticized for
non-stop.
saying something about Young Miami. Indy Irie is getting criticized more than Young Miami is. So that tell you where we are as a people. We backwards,
It's the
bro.
people.
Our shit backwards. Period.
But shit, it's like you
Bad.
said, Lee. It's that like you went to morals, right? So that's what I'm saying. You don't know what how that young man grew up in his house. See, one thing is that no matter what your perspective is, you can't basically change what's going on in another household, man. You can't
Hold
make
on,
it enough.
hold on. The young man came from a two-parent household.
Two parent.
He had a
Mute your shit, bro.
3.8 GPA, had a job. So
Good
we
kid.
can't sit here and criticize his parents. From what I understand, they got the money. They had to move because they getting death threats and death notices and shit all at their address. So yeah, they went and bought a different house and a different car. So we as a black community, man, we got to stop doing that and going with the narrative that these other people was putting out there. Dude he came from a two-parent household. His father was involved in his life, and his father probably told him, like my mom used to tell me, if you getting bullied, you pick up something, you knock the hell out of him.
Go ahead, Craig. You muted. Can't hear you, Craig. You muted.
My boy, my bad.
I'm gonna tell you what, knock the hell out of him, right? And that's
Hell
what the
yeah.
boy did. And like I said, he in Texas. We in Cali. We not the same niggas, bruh.
Texas
We
is
is
a
not.
down state though.
It's whatever it is, but them niggas is not us.
Dude,
That's fact.
George Zimmerman stood his ground and got off.
Another nigga that's not us. Another nigga that's not us. That nigga running around with a 30-degree Mason tattoo. Nigga ain't a Mason and he causing trouble somewhere. I don't agree with how blood died either.
Let me ask you this.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about George Floyd.
Well, let me ask you this real fast. Okay, if they're not us, and you basing it on just geographical stuff, California, Texas.
I'm
Do
talking
you
about
see
how
what
you
happened to
raised, the
black
root
dudes
of
in the
you.
judicial
I'm
system
talking
in
about the root of you. How you raised, the root of you. Your mama, your dad, how you raised.
What about your number
What's the
one
difference?
bad?
What's the difference?
The difference is the
What's the
instructions
difference?
of your guidance in life. The difference is how you carry yourself, your conduct in life.
So
I mean, I would think some black people in
How?
Texas,
Explain
they
that to me.
good.
What you mean how? Who said how?
I'm saying,
How what? How what? What you mean? It's a
was he a negative? Was he a negative? He wasn't a game banger. He was
yeah, I
working
get
his
it.
job.
Once again, that nigga's not in
3.8,
California.
two-parent
The
I
nigga
know
ain't in
household.
California.
it ain't got nothing to do with that.
I don't believe that. So you
I
think
got
that's
Well, hey,
exclusive
then, hey,
to the south
Man,
of
we
Texas?
all,
all right,
man.
hold on.
The color, bro. It's the same, bro. We all get treated the same fucking way wherever we go. They just don't like us, period.
All I'm
Point
saying is
blank.
in every state
Half our
they
parents
got some special rules for people that look like us, buddy. That's all I'm telling you. The rules change from
true.
state to state for people that look like us. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's it.
Is it the same as Cali? No, but I'm gonna tell you right now, the little white boy that murdered some people that said he was a Crip, they let him out of jail and said, well, you know,
Yeah, he
he was
did.
this young and he didn't do it. And then they washing these other dudes out here, bro. We could look at the judicial system, look at the 3 strikes law, right? Look at the exoneration rate. We are getting over criminalized in every state, bro. I don't even think we can argue that.
Across the
So,
board. Across the
you know,
board.
that's my thing, man.
I think I for one believe he was definitely the judicial system definitely went too hard on him. They gave him 33 years was crazy. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to find, maybe I missed something, but from what I understand, he had a two-parent household, 3.8 GPA, was working a job, and from the story, he was being bullied. And I don't know if it's clear that when dude jumped at him, he didn't land on the knife. If I'm holding a knife and you lunge at me, it could have been you landed on the knife.
That's what I mean. There's a lot of stuff that's unclear. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, it's unclear on purpose, though.
No, yeah, for sure.
So,
sure.
Hey, that's the same thing about the little white dude, the little brother that they just found, the 18-year-old.
Yeah, let's see how that come out. Let's see how that come out.
Feel what I'm saying?
Guarantee
That's
you
real.
it was a fight.
We know what happened.
Guarantee you it was a disagreement somehow. That's why I say, especially in Cali, because we live amongst, we always the minority, right? So
Period.
you have to tell your kids, if I live in an area where my son got a lot of other white, black, white, Hispanic, whatever it is, I'll tell my son, you better make sure they're your friends and make sure they're gonna stand on the table with you if something happens. And if they don't, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And because like I remember last year, 4th of July, I was taking him to a little party. I pulled up to the party. His partners wasn't there yet. I didn't feel comfortable dropping him off. You know what I mean? But I wanted him to think about the situation. I said, "Where your boys at? Oh, they not here yet." I said, "You want to get out, or you want to wait for your boys?" Because I wanted him to be able to make that decision on his own. Like, you got to be able to feel. Growing up, it's parties where I saw certain people walk in. I knew what was about to happen an hour or two or whatever it took, right?
Yep.
So that's how I was able to move and survive and not get caught up, because I trust my instincts. You know what I mean? But anyway, he was like, "Nah, Dad, I think I don't. Listen, I ain't gonna go." And I told him why I wanted him to come to that conclusion, because at some point he leaving from up under my wing, right? So he got to be able to make that decision outside when he go to college, when shit don't look right. Go on and get up out of there. You know what I mean? You don't got to wait till it happens. So
Man, I think we
and
need
a
to
lot of
understand
times, like the kid,
there's a different
the
set
kid,
of
hold
rules
up,
that
the
we play
kid, like
by.
the kid that just got killed. When you go around and it's all somebody else, I don't care if it's white, black, Mexican, it don't matter, or vice versa. If something happened and it go up, it's very rare that the people around you got to have some real ones around you that are of that persuasion, that's gonna go up for you, that's gonna go with you. And we do, we done all play ball, and we done been somewhere where our teammates, white boys, whatever, it ain't going down. We all in the fight. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that's the type of people you have around you. Because if they the type of people that's gonna be like, they just gonna turn their back on you, you know what I mean? While you get whatever happened to you, how do you determine that? You got to figure out how to
Hey, I want to
determine
welcome.
who's around
Hey,
you,
this
dog.
my twin just rolled in. This my twin. Y'all don't know I had a twin. This is my twin right here. But nah, this really.
Nah.
Hey, this is my Relly. He lives in Texas. He's from Texas, Houston, Texas, in the
Okay.
house,
What's up,
y'all.
dog?
My relative, he
What?
he went to McClay for a little while, man. So he
Yeah.
so he know the town. He rooted in the town. If y'all
Okay.
some of y'all OVGs out there might know his dad, Big Kevin Norris, OVG, Kevin Norris. This his son. This is my dad's sister's son. What's up? What's up, K No?
What's up? What's up?
Welcome in. Welcome on, man.
What's
Hey,
what's
welcome
going
What's
on,
on,
been
man.
man?
going on, bro?
I
What's
didn't even know we could get this deep in here. So hey,
yeah?
that's even better.
Most definitely,
Hey,
man.
so look, man, we were sitting there chopping up on the Carmelo Anthony situation, and you a Texas dude. So tell us what was that what was it like in Texas, or how y'all looking at that from the Texas point of view, the Texas perspective.
What happened? I don't even know.
Damn. The
I don't even know.
Carmelo Anthony, where the kid was getting bullied by the
Oh, you
white
talking about?
players.
Oh, I'm tripping. You talking about the kid out of Dallas, right?
Yeah, I think it was over there.
So what happened, man? My daughter's mother actually lives about 5 miles from where that happened, and she was telling me that the incident was that the kid wanted to share the tarp or the to get out of the rain with the other kids, right? And they started picking on him because he got up under their tarp. And apparently he, didn't know, he wasn't trying to kill the kid, but he was defending himself. And they stabbed him. He stabbed them. Uh, what ended up happening was it divided the whole community out there, because you had some guys that was like, if that would have been a white kid that was trying to get under some black kids tent, then he would have been in the right. But here you had this young brother that they were bullying him, actually. They were picking on him and fucking with him and everything, man. And he stabbed him and he took off running, man. When they arrested him and put him in the car, he didn't even know that the kid had died.
Right.
So they went and did a GoFundMe for the kid. In all over, really, everybody in Texas was putting in towards his bond and whatever money he was gonna need for counsel or whatever. And it was crazy because the white people had raised like maybe $500,000 like that for the white boy, whereas on the black kid side, it was maybe like 50,000-60,000 that was raised at that moment. I don't know how much they ended up getting for him, but at that moment, he only had got about, I think he had like 50,000. So we was like, damn, you know, where is everybody standing on it? You know what I mean? Like, we as the black community, black race or whatever, where was we standing on it? And how far have we really come in this country, right? Because it's like, damn, man, this kid, this is 2026, I guess it happened in like 25. Are we still in the wrong about everything? You know what I mean? Like what the fuck, man? This, you know, here it is. This is a white. If that would have been a white kid, let's be honest, what really would have happened?
We know that's
You know?
that's what we was saying, man. So what is in Texas? We just had to we got the brother on over here, CJ, Craig Mitchell Jr. What he was saying was the dynamics in Texas is different than California as far as we
Very
got
much.
the you know, we got a lot of Mexicans. Like so our thing, we usually are lined up against the Mexicans. It's not just white and
Right.
black. You know what I mean? We got that third race. So y'all out there, is it more just white and black? Is it segregated white and black, or what's it like?
Okay, so in Texas is like this. You know, I've lived in California and I've lived here in Texas. I've lived in 5 states. This state right here is a slave state. So you're gonna have a lot of brothers who have never left this state before, right? Especially where I'm at, between Houston and Galveston. You guys know about the Juneteenth celebration and things like that.
We don't get into that. Yep.
You got people that's from Galveston who have never left the island. You have generations of families that have lived in the projects for 50, 60, 70 years. You know what I'm saying? So the mind frame is not the same mind frame as the California mind frame. The California mind frame is more radical. You know, they'll burn some shit down and go riot in California. Whereas here in Texas, a motherfucker might speak on it, but they ain't gonna ride because they're like, hey man, they scared of the white folks. It's the mentality that you gotta almost stay in your place. You know what I mean? Like you have full segregated neighborhoods in Texas. My mother lives in an area where it's all black. I've never if we see a white kid walking down the street, they be like, damn, who is that? Why are he over here? You know what I'm saying? They have a community in Fort Worth, Texas called White Settlement. Ask cats from Fort Worth about White Settlement, and they'll tell you.
Damn.
They don't want no brothers over there, man. You got guys that still ride with the rebel flag on the back of their fucking trucks out here, you know. And so it's better than it was when I was growing up, you know. But has it really changed? No. Where I would feel like in California, of course, racism exists in California, especially, you know, California being a more liberal state. They would say that it's more open-minded state. Texas is a conservative state, which means it's very slow to change, you know. And so what you have is you don't have the hidden racism. I would say California has more hidden racism.
Right, and that's very dangerous too. Extremely
very
dangerous.
Very dangerous. Because at least here I know what the fuck's going on.
Exactly. The California judicial system is extremely racist.
You don't know for sure who's hating you. You know what I mean? You gotta be a skeptic about it, you know? Yeah. But the thing that kills me is that I'm like, why? How far have we really come?
How far? You
I'm
think we
not
came
sure who
far?
that is. Somebody making a lot of noise.
Hey, somebody need to mute their mic. Daniel?
Oh, that might be me. Hold on, my bad.
Yeah, you mute your shit, man.
Is that mine?
I don't know. You outside? Hold
Hold on, let me see.
I'm trying to figure it out. We never had this many at the same time.
All right.
All right. So look. So the judicial system. Now coming from, like you said, you grew up in Lamarck, right? In Lamarck. That's an all black family.
No, I went to Lamarck High School, but I lived in West Texas City. Let me give you the dynamics about that. I grew up on the west side of Texas City. It's not a big city. It's about maybe 80,000 people, right? But half of the city is white and half of it's black. I stayed on the west side. You've been there before, Keon. Remember?
Right. Yeah.
Everybody was black in my neighborhood, remember?
Exactly.
Everybody was black in my neighborhood. So everybody from West Texas City went to Lamarck High School. They made a deal when they desegregated the schools, right? When they integrated and built Lamarck High School, Lamarck made a deal with Texas City. Texas City actually made a deal with Lamarck. They said, hey, if you take all of the black kids from the west side, we'll split half the school tax that the refineries give them. They got a lot of refineries down here, right? They say we'll split half of the refinery school tax with you if you take the majority of the black kids from the west side of Texas City. So it came back to backfire on them because we were better in sports and athletics all the way around the table. We beat everybody's ass across the table because we had the best athletes, but we had a good school. Now, in the last 20 years, since they started building these what's called bedroom communities, right, where they've expanded out, and a lot of people, black folks, have got their money together and have, the more as we grow, motherfuckers is graduating college, getting good jobs, they doing good for their families. They've moved out, and that area where I went to school at has gotten so small and it's so poor now that the Texas City School District had to take it over because the testing and the scores was really, really low.
Damn.
So what the thing I'm saying is this. That shows you right there. I don't know, does that fall under systemic racism? Because I was just wondering how because Texas City told Lamarck, hey, y'all take half the take the kids from the west side of Texas City, which are all black, and we'll split the school's plant tax with you. That went to show us right there that they wasn't fucking with us then.
Well, here's the thing. It's not about if they deal with us socially. I don't care if they deal with us socially, but don't take the resource. They should not have to made a backwater deal to get resources that the school system would have provided anyway. And they could have been like, keep your fucking money. We're going to be good anyway. But now the people left. I mean, the people making money can't be taxed. That's going to pay into the school system. So when they leave, now you got a financially destitute place and you got another project that the state is saying we're going to take over when they should have been funding in the first fucking place. So now it look like they doing somebody a favor when in essence, they failed that city. They failed it. So we do, yes, it's systemic. It's systemic as it comes.
City
And
Rich,
what
Big Sykes in the house.
What's up? Fam?
All right.
What up, Vic? What up, Mr. Richard?
What's happening with it? What's happening with Lee?
Man, hanging in there, good things, bro.
That's right.
We got CJ.
Man, you got a Black Caucus meeting on here tonight, bro. You got 30 people here.
We got DT, Redbone. We got Kevin Norris, Lee, Tim Starworth, Chris, and Big Sykes.
Shit, we got a whole Division 1 football team on here, except for Daniel. He only played high school.
Hey.
That's like LA Unified School District, same thing.
You got two wide receivers. You got a great running back. We put Vic in safety. Daniel be a hell of a Fucking hell of a sideline ref.
Look, Leaf, I would have locked you up then and now.
Yeah, a lot of them said that shit, but you go check the record books, man. Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
So hey, Vic, Chris, before we change subjects, y'all got anything to add on the Carmelo Anthony situation?
Well, I mean, for
it's a
me,
tough
man,
situation.
yeah.
Go ahead, my bad, Chris. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. It's all right. For me, it's just about, really we all we got. That's all it's really saying, man. And it's becoming more and more prevalent and relevant. If you really look at what's going down, it's all it's a biblical understanding. And that we're the first, now look at this, we're the first generation outside of the 400 years. The first. So that means it's been placed on us in our generation, whether you talk about 4 years, 3 to 4 years ahead or 3 to 4 years back. Our generation has been one that really kind of challenged the status quo, and that began when we went with getting bused. Right? When we were getting bused, we was riding up to the schools with signs, "Go home." So some of those things that they were experiencing in Texas and New Orleans, Louisiana, where I'm doing things at now, we got a small taste of it, but we didn't like it at all and didn't tolerate it. Like my man was saying earlier about being in Galveston and stuff like that. When we got off that bus, if anybody said anything out of line at Lawrence Elementary, Lawrence Junior High, Nobel, it was going down with a quickness. So like my man was saying earlier, we don't subscribe to that, and not going to subscribe to it. That's why we excelled in ball. That's why we went to school, did our thing, and coming back now, we're trying to really make a difference in the realms of which we are able to make a difference where they allow us to and where they don't allow us to. So I'm just on the page and have always been on the page that, man, don't nobody control me and what I want to do. And I'm going to protect me and mine to the fullest. And provide opportunity. Now, Stone and Bone know that most of the time, man, now I just say I'm done talking. I'm done talking. So it's about your actions. Let your actions match your message, and let your message match your actions. That's really what it boils down to. For me.
Vic,
Yes, sir.
anything you got anything
So
on
for me,
on what we was talking about?
yeah, you hear me?
Yep.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, hey, so this could
Okay.
work.
So for me,
I'm gonna start muting everybody except for the person talking. That's the only way we're gonna make this work, man. So I'm gonna mute everybody except for the person talking. So go
Mute
ahead, Vic.
Daniel shit for sure.
yes, sir. So for me, I'm gonna look at it like I'm gonna be real about it. As someone who allegedly may or may not been in a junior high school or a high school with a weapon on them from a time or two, and may have stood his ground allegedly a couple times. If I'm in Carmelo Anthony's situation, that me end up doing something to somebody, right? And the thing that I understand is that I'm not special. Like when I got around people that was outside my race, even though other people treated me special, like, oh, you're not to this or that because you're in different environments. I always saw myself as a brother among all you brothers, and I always behave the same way I would act or behave around y'all. Meaning, I'm not going to rank up because of how they view me and view me as different. So one thing my dad always taught me, that my greatest responsibility was to make it home to my family. So before I do something to somebody, I think about, is this going to allow me to get home to my family? Now, that young man, he may not be built how I was built. So in his mind, he may have figured this is how I'm going to get home to my family. But if I'm looking at it, anything that I'm 100% responsible for what happens in my life, no matter what. And it's unfortunate that for us, and something we got to understand is that, like Leifer said, it's two Americas. We don't have the same rules. As a black person, I can't do what a white boy do. As a I can't do what Latinos do. I gotta behave and understand that I'm almost behind my enemy lines. So I never want to be involved with law enforcement for no reason, because I know what I may or may not do to them if they put me to it, and I gotta get home to my family. So it's unfortunate. The young brother did get railroaded, all those things that we know will happen. And that's the very reason why, as soon as, like DT said, when those spidey senses go up, I'm going to slide the other way so that I'm just going to get wet, and I'm you know, there you make me on my bag, then I may not be able to make it home to my family. So and I try to teach and put my men in that mind frame so that they can make it home to me.
Right. Okay. Now I agree with that. As a father of a son, most of us, pretty much all of us got sons in here. That's one thing you gonna tell your son is make it home. And one thing you don't want to do, and the other thing is try not to come in contact with the police. And that's real right there. You don't want to come in contact with the police, because if they get to decide whether you coming home or not, a lot of times they gonna decide no. So try not to do nothing that's gonna have you coming in contact with them. And you know, keep just you know, make it home. So from there, now we got man, we deep. We got nine brothers in here right now. 9 strong. Okay. So what I want to ask is this. Why does our community go harder for the 4th of July than Juneteenth? Who want to start first?
Training.
Go ahead, Leaf.
I mean, people just really been made knowledgeable about Juneteenth, right? And on top of that, man, we got to look at it from a human standpoint. I'm 48 years old. We've been doing this 4th of July shit my whole life. Even when you want to delineate from it, it's like, damn, like a motherfucker that been conditioned to be a coon almost. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, this is our America, period. That's what I want to say. But then I'm always reminded that we live in 2 different Americas, and everything that we do different, it don't get the same promotion. You feel what I'm saying? I think people celebrated Juneteenth and the 4th of July. The 4th of July is just so well recognized. It's just a bigger holiday. So I don't think they go hard. In my opinion, I don't think they go harder for it. I just think you got to give the Juneteenth more time to be recognized. And the crazy thing is, Juneteenth is only celebrated by Black people for the most part because it's exclusively for us, whereas 4th of July is supposedly for everybody, the country. But you know, I just think it's given more attention. It's bigger. A lot of our people didn't know anything about it. You know, the last 10-something years, I was made knowledgeable of it, but I don't think it's promoted. It's not as popular yet. So I don't know if they go harder for it, though. I wouldn't say they go harder for it, in my opinion.
It's tradition, man. It's tradition. We're a traditional people. You know what I mean? We do stuff that we believe in, that's passed down generationally, and until that's broken, even when you try to break it, people are going to resist that because it's tradition. It's something you're comfortable with. You do it, and that's who we are. A lot of times, we're traditional people. You know, and we don't change some of the things that we've been raised to be, or raised to do, raised to celebrate. You know what I mean? It's like chitlins. We know what chitlins are, but you know, some people gonna eat them. You know, because they grew up eating them. You know, so it's no different for 4th of July. You know, I'm at the point where none of it mean nothing, anything. Well, not none of it, but as far as these certain holidays, when I know they're nonsense, I'm not protesting. I don't protest against them. It's another day for me, you know, to be honest, you know.
So
that's how I feel about that. But
would you put Juneteenth in that category? Like, Juneteenth is just nothing. Like should we pick up that as should blacks try to make that the tradition?
Imagery is important, but I'm at a point in my life where I don't. I'm with what's real. You know what I mean? And the images of shit don't mean much. It don't mean much. You know what I mean? Juneteenth, like I said, I did. I wouldn't say I celebrated it. I'm not celebrating it either. You know, I got to dive into that more, to be honest with you. But as of right now, I don't celebrate the 4th. I don't even know when the last time. What am I celebrating? You know?
I agree. I
That's how I
feel
look at
that.
it.
I feel you. Is so look, I want to ask the man from Texas, from Galveston, well, right there next to Galveston. What's it, what have you always known about you? Because I just started learning about, I ain't gonna lie, I just started learning about Juneteenth probably 10 years ago. I was helping my daughter do a report, and they asked everybody in the classroom to talk about a holiday that was uh that they culture celebrated. And we didn't have nothing. So it was like, man, I'm not gonna just let her. So I got to studying and I came up with Juneteenth. So that's when I learned about Juneteenth. So what was it like in Galveston? What was it like?
Juneteenth, I've always known about Juneteenth, because I've spent more years here than I did in California. So I remember like your dad, uh, Uncle Bebe, and them. They celebrated it in California because they were from here. They've been in California 50 years now. 50, 60 years now, but they celebrated it here growing up. Juneteenth is huge here, man. Like, I mean, it's so huge here. They celebrated like, okay, all the brothers, man, they gonna pull all they rides out. They clean his whips out that day, They gonna get dressed up. It's a major fucking holiday here. They have parades. They do a lot of Juneteenth parades. It's crazy, crazy. It's huge. Everybody's out on Juneteenth. It's major. And so it was strange to me that they didn't celebrate it in California when I was there, right? So I was like, what the fuck? Why not? But I didn't know. I didn't know that they didn't know about it. So just in the last, like you say, 10, 15 years, have they been celebrating it everywhere now? I'll go even deeper than that. I've done a lot of time out here in Texas, right? So in the penitentiary, they even celebrated in the penitentiary here in Texas. Because of course, who's locked up? You know what I mean? You got your essays, you got your Mexicans, and you got your brothers locked up, right?
Right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you though, this last trip that I just got home 3 months ago, and let me tell you, the Mexicans get Cinco de Mayo, and the brothers get Juneteenth, and of course everybody's gonna celebrate the 4th of July. But this was the first time, and I've been in the penitentiary 3 times here in Texas. This was the first time that I saw more white boys in prison than it was brothers. Because of this, they got this methamphetamine epidemic that's going on around here, and it's tearing their ass up like it tore our asses up in the 80s with the crack. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. It's crazy, man. And hey, when I first went to the penitentiary in 1998 here, the white boys used to sit on the floor. They didn't even have a table. They didn't have a table. They had to borrow a urinal and everything. We had to tell them, okay, you can piss over there, you can sit over there. They had no fucking say so whatsoever in the pen. Now it's just as many white boys as it is brothers and Mexicans up in that motherfucker. You know what I mean? And so the dynamics of that have changed. But I will say that Juneteenth is really huge here. It's celebrated. People take pride in it, especially because it started in Galveston. That was the last place that they made the announcement that, hey, you guys, are free. quote
Right,
unquote.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a big thing. It's a real big thing, man.
Big out there, huh?
It's real big, man. But the thing that the killing part about it though, and this is happening in every city, every country, is these young brothers, man. People used to think LA was bad, right? They would say, oh, the Crips and the Bloods in California, it's so dangerous and shit. Man, it's probably misinformation, right? No information, misinformation. Brothers down here are not as informed about shit like it is on the West Coast. It's just not, man. I have to take my hat off to the brothers out of LA because you can have a full hardcore ass gangbanger in LA, but that motherfucker be knowing shit though, man. You know what I mean? He be knowing what's going on with the world. Whereas down here, these motherfuckers think it's cool to smoke a nigga, man. They think that they can't wait. They can't wait. I mean, they smoking each other for fun around this motherfucker, man. And it's
Terrible.
crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's like how the 80s was in LA. It's like that now out here. It's
Damn.
just like that right now, man. It's crazy, man. You got to be extra fucking careful.
Damn. So, damn. Okay, Craig, youngster, we got somebody from the generation up under us in here, man.
We ain't
So,
gonna leave him out.
what
That's
did you
right.
think about what did you think about Juneteenth versus 4th of July, man? Are you muted? You're not muted. I unmuted him.
Hey, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you, Craig.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Man, we can't hear you.
He might have muted himself.
Yeah, he might. Yeah, you got to see if you muted yourself. So, Tim, what's your thoughts on it, man?
Man, I just heard about it. I just heard about Juneteenth, like saying, just like working in the public sector. Cause I didn't shit. We always celebrated 4th of July, but I just found out about Juneteenth too. So I'm like, man, it's another day to me. You know what I'm saying? And they celebrate as being Black History Month or Black History holiday, whatever. It's just another day to me. You know what I'm saying? That's just like February. What are we gonna do about February? Every day is every day is Black History Day, right? In February, that's the month they gave us to celebrate. It's the shortest month, of course, but it's just another day.
Said it right there. Shortest month.
It's just another day. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see it. Another day, another vacation day. You get paid for vacation day at work.
Right.
That's all that is.
But one thing I like to say is I would like when we get to the place where I don't give a shit about what they designate for us. You know what I mean? Like it's Black History every day. I'm proud to be who I am every day. Like I take great pride in that. Like that's what I said earlier when I was talking about imaging and like they got to co-sign everything. Like at what point do we just be who we are, celebrate what we want to celebrate, do what we want to do, build what we want to build, and we always need permission or acknowledgement or validation. You know what I mean? Like we great people. Like I'm not gonna live my life looking for validation from nobody else. Definitely not another race. You know what I mean? And you know that's training though. That's training that we've been in the school system and different things where white is right? Well, white people do this. How many times have y'all heard that in y'all life? Well, this
Too
is
many.
Man, we've been successful. We know you have Rosewood, you have Blackwater, we have all type of situations and history that we've been accomplished great things. You don't have to look far to find out what to do and how to do it. You know what I mean? Just support each other and go do great shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and even when you look at that.
Yeah.
Let me
Go
get
ahead, Lee.
Chris.
Go.
Chris, Oh, Chris already went. Craig, can we get it now?
Okay,
Yeah, I'm right here, nigga. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. Can you hear me?
Got you. We got you.
Okay. Okay, yeah. As far as Juneteenth, man, it's like the brother said, you gotta, it take time for it to be noticed. The 4th of July, honestly, I like the 4th of July growing up as a kid because of the fireworks. You know why the white folks celebrate it? That's a whole other thing. See, knowledge is power, bro. Like when you got the knowledge on where you come from and the root of you, then you will know how to stand for a better day. You will have a better perspective on how to stand for a better day. See, like I said, every black man ain't the same, every white man ain't the same, every Asian ain't the same, every brown ain't the same. But we do have this thing we come from called a root. See, I don't know where everybody else is from in here, but my Pacoima neighbors agree with me. It's how we grew up. We grew up with different challenges other than anybody else from LA County in the area, from everybody that was from California. But that root that we grew from enabled us to have basically relations with other people. I say that because, my parents was hard on me about going to school and, paying attention, getting an understanding, what I mean, of your actions. It's not an understanding of who somebody was because I used to get my ass whooped for being a follower. Like there was no room in me for being a follower. So it's certain things that made me level up as a man that I recognized later as they told me. So I'd be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. So me personally, Juneteenth, I'd be like, hey, you know what? Oh, that's our.
Damn, you went out. We can't hear you again, Craig.
That's the internet.
Okay. Vic.
That's the internet.
Vic, you got anything on Vic, you got
Yes,
anything
sir.
to say about the July the Independence Day or Juneteenth?
Yes, sir. I have a lot to say about it. The brother put it really well when he talked about the 400-year sort of spell being broken. And I think I've heard about Juneteenth, but really didn't know about it so much. But there's a pouring out of knowledge right now and an awakening of our people. So we're going to know a lot more about our history. And when we know about history, we know the actual facts of things that have happened, then it's going to allow us to stand in a different position. So I love Juneteenth. I celebrate it hard. My family celebrate it hard. And I educate my kids and everybody. Everybody, we come in contact with as a Black-owned business in the Valley. We let our members know about Juneteenth. We do Juneteenth themed exercises, so on and so forth. So we love it. And the 4th of July, I love it the same as well because that was a time for us growing up where we got to be with all of our family, our friends. There was no chaos in our home at that time. Our family was closest. We had great memories, cookouts, so on and so forth. And on top of that, again, as the brother said, with the 400-year thing, our people, Black people, have been pivotal in every meaningful war that this country has had. So we are the foundation of the country. So the 4th of July is just as much as ours as anything else in here because this is our country. Like we built it. Our people built it. It would be no country. It would be no 4th of July. It would be none of this stuff. It would not have been for the backs of Black folk in this country. So any of that is ours to celebrate. So I celebrate it just as hard as anybody else because this is my country. I feel like it's mine. This is mine. I got family that got land in Mississippi and Illinois that go back like we got tombstones from like the 1700s of our people on this land. So we've been here longer than any other group. We're the only non-immigrant group here. We are the foundation of this country. So the America itself, it's ours. Even though we are, we've been dealing with what we've dealt with in here, but at the same time, that just makes it more phenomenal. And all these brothers on here is phenomenal. And like DT said, we don't got to look to nobody to validate what we do. We are walking miracles just from where we came from. Y'all could be my enemies. I grew up in a Crip neighborhood. I came out to Pacoima but I didn't gangbang because of the grace of God, how my dad raised me. So we could be enemies, we could be all these different things, but we business partners, we're brothers. We raise all of everybody on here pretty much that I know take care of their kids and probably take care of other people's kids as well. So for that, I look to y'all. I look to people like that as the real Americans. Like that's nothing more American to come from where we came from and be able to live and do the things that we do, being set up how we were being set up. Whereas most of us could be locked up or dead right now. So I do both. To answer your question, I do both. But I love Juneteenth and I love where Juneteenth is going. But I don't like the commercialization of it. I don't want to see all these other people sort of making it into this whole global thing. This is for us and our people. So we got to stand on that.
Wow. I appreciate that. Craze. Hey, Craze done creeped up in the building.
Hey, what's happening, man? What's happening? What's happening, man?
What's up, Craze?
Hey, I've been watching. I want to jump right in. And just because we don't agree on everything don't make us, make any of us right or wrong. But I want to say America was built. It was already built. Native Americans was already over here. They was already over here. They just continued to dumb us down from Africa and then brought us over here as they conquered the Native Americans and they put us to work. Still today, I want to say 75% of America's, we talking about hard workers is Mexicans. That's a form of Native Americans. They're off shit of American. They more to their cultures of being a Native American, Aztec, and so forth than we are to our Africans. Due to the fact, 2 hours, I'm in Mexico. It's right there. Now I don't know if y'all brothers went to Africa to really know. You see what I'm saying? And then another thing before I spare it off, because I've been and Juneteenth, I agree with all y'all brothers. It's not taught in school. Black History Month. How could you say Black History Month? Do you know it's things that we use daily that black folks created but don't get no credit for? You know what I'm saying? You got to go to prison to learn your motherfucking history because they're not teaching it. You see what I'm saying? Because they want to dumb you down. The less you know about yourself, you're going to be a part of anything that suits your need. Like they say, the internet. We got the internet. Motherfuckers is really getting on here telling the whole scheme of things. Niggas is to betray a person. That's like, it's harder to wake up in the morning, man. But that's where they want you at. They want us to hate. They want us to hate each other. You see what I'm saying? They want us to hate each other, and they did a damn good job at it. And I played a big part in because I was gangbanging, trying to find who I was because I didn't know no better. I was trying to find out who I wanted to be somebody, but goddamn, I didn't know who even to be. So let me take my route and hurt some of my people. You see what I'm saying? But that's why today, like y'all young brothers is doing, we gotta teach. Like my son came out here when Juneteenth came last year. My son would not wear the wristbands of Juneteenth. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, he's in a dominant white school, but at the same time, what you mean? What you mean? You said you celebrating you waiting for these white holidays to come by so you could get your extra kick or treat. Do you really understand Juneteenth and why it's really served in Galveston? Because Galveston was the last place, which is Texas, to even find out that we was free. Them motherfuckers were still in slavery. So it's gonna mean a lot to Galveston because they like the last ones that had knowledge that we were so-called free. That's what Juneteenth is. So if you celebrating, which like I say, I don't knock it. I got some fireworks down there for my kids, but we didn't even pop them because I guess I wasn't the front runner of it. But I bought the ammunition to celebrate it. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, how could you celebrate free? Y'all, how could you celebrate America being free from Britain, but can't celebrate you being free from America? That's the contradiction. How? How could you celebrate somebody else being free and you ain't even celebrating your damn self for being free? That's the, and if y'all do your homework, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. How does you see? Because I was taught this, bruh. If you could take the tongue from a man, you took everything. The black, what is our true language? Because even Swahili is a dialect. It's not a language. It's a dialect. We don't even have a language. They gave us foods. They gave us chillings. Man, we took that shit out the trash can, bruh. We took that out the trash can until we was starving and found out how to eat it. We couldn't have been too dumb because we was in the house taking care of the household of the white man. But they don't teach you that. How dumb could you? Can't none of y'all brothers tell me when they brought these Africans over here, who taught them how to do all the work? The motherfuckers already knew, bro. It ain't nowhere y'all can tell me in school that they said, well, George Washington taught them how to plant an apple seed. Hell no. You had to go get them people that was living off the land. So once they start teaching us about ourselves, that's what we got to do. We don't teach about ourselves. And like I said, don't get me wrong. I played a big part in my community, and I fucked it up. You see what I'm saying? I fucked it up. So I'm on a redemption, and the redemption is the acknowledgement. That's why I like the little brothers I know that's younger than me, that's helping them kids more than being more than an athlete, because you might break your leg. You see what I'm saying? Them is the things that wow me. You see what I'm saying? But back to again, brother, we don't teach enough self. We don't teach it. We go to school. Y'all brothers been to college. Man, y'all can't tell me nothing about no black history. We talking about the ancestors. They saying the original black man don't even have hair on his face, blood. You don't catch them motherfuckers over there unless they been cut. The motherfuckers had booty faces until they died. They didn't have hair on their face, bro. That's how deep this shit gets. We celebrating, and that's damn near like the motherfucker gangbanging. Like I was gangbanging. I'm celebrating some shit that don't like me. You see what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Like I say, no, I don't take it from my son to an extent, but I do pop it. I was like, that's a goddamn shame. You doing all this shit for y'all going to the water park, but you didn't even want to wear your bands in school.
Nah,
because you want to fit in.
When you say that, Craig, I gotta tell this story, man, because you reminded me of something. And my boy Larshay, shout out to Larshay. He know this story because he was with me, man. I went to an all-white school. Mostly predominantly white school in Canoga Park. It was called Limerick. And my teacher did kind of the same shit that my daughter teacher did to her. She gave an assignment where you were supposed to make a person, make a person that and put him in clothes and shit like that fit your culture. That fit your that like identifies your culture, who you was. So you had the white kids, they got German, German clothes on. You got British clothes. Jews, the Jewish kids had their shit. Man, I had no idea what to put. And I'm gonna tell y'all the real. Hey, Dwayne, Kev, you go trip off there. I knew my last name was Murphy. I found out Murphy was an Irish last name. I made an Irish dude. Can y'all believe that shit? I don't even tell that story that much. Bro. I made a motherfucking Irish dude. My homeboy Larshay, he had a little more game than me. Larshay made an Egyptian dude. His shit was fly. Nigga, I remember I sat there, I damn near was in tears. But that's just to say how lost our kids are, bro. So that's why I even brought this question up. Us as a people,
let me think.
I got you.
Yeah, go on, continue.
As a people, we gotta teach something that's us, man. We gotta make sure we give them some culture that That's something
That's our
that's
responsibility, though, right? What we do a lot of times is, maybe not you guys, but just in general, is we want to fight the educational system with the expectation of them teaching us about us, right? They never gonna do what we learned with Black History Month. Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin, Martin Luther King. All respect to them. Don't get me wrong. But if you read Black History, then you know we did a whole lot of shit.
Leaf.
So that's our responsibility. It's
Leaf,
not
me
LA
and my
Unified School
daughter-
District. It's not the CIF. If we ain't willing to do it, then we can't complain about it. You know what I
Me and
mean?
my daughter
So
taught her
I had them
teaching.
conversations with my son all the time, because in order for him to be great, I want him to be great in his own right, right? And be able to be great and be him and not have to assimilate to everybody else to be great. You know what I mean? To be
It's
okay
just the
being on his own
respect.
and doing
It's
what he
just the
want to do.
respect. I want
Yeah.
to. You
So,
got to hold your
yeah.
head up. Your child. You got to know where you came from, just to have that respect to walk amongst the. Like Craig said, his son. I feel his son. I feel that's what man. I feel your son so tight. Your son, he don't understand the greatness of his people, so he didn't want to have his bands on, because he don't understand the greatness of his people yet. What's up, Kev? What's up?
You know what I was when you were speaking on that, you made me think about when I went to McClay, right? When I went to McClay, I had never went to a school like that before, because for one thing, there was no buses that came there. There was no buses. Everybody that went to McClay lived in that fucking area right there. And I'm talking about, look, that school was half Mexican and half black. It was 3 white kids that went to that school. 3. And one of them was this white boy named Garrett. He played on the basketball team with us. And I never forget. I was I remember my motherfucking science teacher. His name was Mr. Reinbold. Mr. Reinbold pulled me to the side. I was tall. So he said, hey man, do you play basketball? I ain't play basketball. I couldn't hoop to save my fucking life. I said, no, I don't play. He said, well, I'm going to introduce you to Coach Lefton, because we're going to put you on the basketball team. So here it is. Left was a white guy. And I can't never say nothing bad about Left, because Left took a whole lot of time out with us, man. Coach Lefton would take no kids had no ride home from school, from practice. This man would take all of us home from basketball practice every day, nigga. I stayed way in Lakeview Terrace. So they thought, the kids I went to school with at McClay thought I was rich. I was staying with my aunt in Lakeview Terrace. I didn't even know. I thought it was just a regular fucking house to me. But the kids I went to school with at McClay thought that I was rich, man. They used to say, damn, nigga, you rich, you stay out here. I'm like, I didn't know no difference. But what it did for me, though, I noticed, was it made me a lot more cultured, because I went to school with a lot of Mexican kids, man. Bobby Chacon Jr. was my best friend. He got killed at the Panorama City Mall, man.
That's Chico, rest in peace.
Yeah, man, when I was about
Chico,
17.
rest in peace.
Bobby Chacon was my best friend. We shared a locker and everything, man. And I never forget. He hugged me, man. The last day of school, he said, "Be careful, man. Take care of yourself." I said, "Okay, man." That was the last time I ever saw him. But to make a long story short, man, we gotta. If you can get the opportunity, travel as much as you can, man, because you get to really learn the diversity and the different perspectives and of where we all come from, you know, and it helps you become so much well-rounded. When I came to Texas, the kids in Texas used to tease me because, you know, to people that are not from California, they think we talk proper. So they would tell me, "Hey man, you sound like a white boy," and I'm like, "How the fuck I sound like a white boy?" You know what I mean? But check this shit out. When I'm in California, the niggas in California say, "Nigga, you sound country." So I couldn't win for losing, man. But I used to have a lot of fights out here in Texas because they would say that shit. You sound like a white boy, and I think, okay, I guess they think something soft because I talk proper. But to make a long story short, man, it's about traveling. And now guys travel more. People travel a lot more, and they get to see, especially through the social media, they get to see our people up close from other not countries, but other states. You know what I mean? So I think that like he was saying earlier, we gotta we gotta read, man. We have to read, and you have to learn how to communicate effectively, man. If you can communicate effectively with each other, it takes you a long way. And one thing I ain't never been afraid of, I ain't never been scared of my own people, man. I go to any fucking neighborhood. I don't give a fuck, man. You know,
That's right.
I'm not thinking
Supposed to
about
be like that,
nobody
man.
doing anything to me, man. I'm just not, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be afraid of my own people, man. You know? And I always felt, when you walk with that, I don't know, I ain't gonna even put religion in it, but when you walk with that spirit, man, when you walk with that type of that blood on you, man, where you can move and you're not afraid of your own people, I think other brothers that they say the real recognize the real, they sense it and they know it. You know, I come in peace, I come in love, man. You know what I mean? And some of the brothers I met out of Chicago, they say we leave as we came, you know, and that's what it is with me, man. And I try to teach that to my sons. I got 4 sons. You know, I didn't have no brothers, Keon. So I was blessed with 4 boys, man. And I'm so thankful, man, that they didn't put me through the shit that I put my parents through. You know what I mean? When I was growing up, man. You know, because you already know how we was living, man. You know, Keon, shit. You know how we were doing, man, back then. So nigga, we cried like 2 little bitches when I had to go to Texas. That
Hey,
nigga did not want me to go to Texas. He wanted me to stay.
you wouldn't have left for Kwame. It ain't no telling what the hell we been doing. Yeah, that's real shit.
Man, I loved it though. Those was the best years of my life, man. I loved it, man. I always think back on it, and I'm so thankful, man, that I got a chance to be there. You know what I mean? And I still got friends to this day, man. There, my boy Bobby Wynn, man. My boy B, man. My homegirl Tammy Ramsey. You know what I mean? Keon Bell, my boy Keon Bell. I keep in touch with all them niggas, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. Shout out.
So,
There you go.
so you know, it's all good, man.
All right, that's cool shit. What's up, Craig? You got something for us, man? You good? I don't know what's
I
going
need
on
to
with
go again.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with this sound. But yeah, so look, man, we bought an hour and 30. This been a cool little night, man. Had we ain't never had this many people on at one time. I didn't even know this thing could get this full.
We wasn't playing, bro. I told you we wasn't playing tonight, homie.
That's
We
the
had to do
blessing,
this, man.
man. That's the
Hey,
blessing,
hey,
man.
let me say this though. Appreciate you, young Craig, for coming out because we needed that young homie, the young generation, that generation, your generation. We need to hear. We wanted to hear that,
We
man.
want to
You know
hear
what
from
I'm
y'all.
saying? So hopefully more of y'all youngsters tap in. We not tripping, man. We trying to get this. We trying to reach the whole fucking valley, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all hear me from all the way from the east to the west to the north to the south. Not even tripping. We trying to reach all our people.
Real
So
shit.
stop playing.
We want to hear from the generations below us and above us, and then we gonna figure out how to put this all this together, man, and we gonna move as a unit. You know what I'm saying? We can move as a unit, bro. So that's what we trying to use the platform for. We reaching out to Texas today, baby. We reaching out to Texas today,
Hey,
baby.
hey, it's mad love out here, man. You don't even understand, man. You already know, Keon, shit.
Hey,
We loving
coach.
every minute of it, man. You know,
Hey,
stone and
hey,
bone,
coach.
man.
Coach, what you got to say, man? Come on, man. Give us one of those famous speeches before we get up out of here.
Man, I really don't have much to say other than to reinforce what the other brothers on the line been talking about, educating ourselves, traveling. You in a box until you get outside of it. That's really the bottom line. You're in a box until you get outside of it, because at the end of the day, the reason why part of the warfare from the beginning was separation. Bottom line, separation. So if you get separated, that means you don't know who you are. So we walking around blind, trying to find ourselves and doing this and doing that and getting caught up because we don't know who we are. We can't go home. Where's home? Where's home? The Asians can go
Eat.
home. Got a point to say home is. Italians, they know where home is.
Eat.
We have a home, but don't have a home.
This is
What is that?
This is home.
So we talk about, and the reason why we don't know Juneteenth because we've been taken away from home. They're not going to highlight anything that brings us together. It's not going to happen. When you go to Africa, I've been multiple times. You know what the biggest aspect of slavery? I'm gonna give you an example. To go from Pacoima to Lancaster takes about 45 minutes. That same distance in Africa takes 5 hours. Understand what that means, man. That means that most likely you're not gonna meet anybody that's 45, 50 miles away from you because they don't have transportation. The infrastructure isn't developed. How can the infrastructure not be developed to the capital? That's a built-in system to keep you separated. So those people who are out in the bush, is what they call it, growing this and growing that, they can't get it to the city. But the people in the city come to them, buy it for less than peanuts, and then go back to the city and come up. So what we have to do, man, is understand we got work to do, bro. And it ain't about yourself. It's not about yourself. It's about how can I help the next brother get to where we need to get to, not I need to get to, we need to get to. So Stone to Bone, y'all know, man, I push y'all thing. This is powerful. Y'all just keep doing y'all thing because this is part of it. Media and entertainment. We got to tell our own story. Give our own information. So we're empowering ourselves. Good, bad, and indifferent. We got to speak on it. Griff, keep speaking on it, bro. Keep speaking on it. And the whole thing is this, man. You here to make the correction. That's why you here. You ain't here to regurgitate what this and that and that and this. That ain't what it's about. We know that. They know that. But this is where you are now. So that's your purpose, bro. Embrace your purpose, walk in it, stand in it, and do what you do. But just for a different purpose, on a different cause. Straight up. Travel though, man. You can't speak to nothing unless you get outside of these damn United States. Because guess what? Wherever you go, trust me, listen to what I'm telling you. I don't care if you go to South America. I don't care if you go to Europe. I don't care if you fucking go to Germany. You're going to find us. Period. And not just there, but doing things, making it happen, a part of the community, making it happen. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. And that's part of the hocus pocus, right? You are nothing. That's the message. You are nothing. You are less than. Devil is and has always been a lie.
Get it straight up. Yeah. Understand.
I thought everybody was doing. I appreciate that. Hey, Lee.
Go to Vic then. Vic's right here.
Vic, any last words? Yeah, Vic. Let them know what you're doing, man.
So we have a gym in Chatsworth, California. Slim Body Fitness. We just opened up this SB Performance and Recovery Center. We are with the babies, ages 6 to 11. A lot of times, people get caught up in performance and having to have some type of skill set. And a lot of these kids don't have it. So we're gonna start with them. We create a standardized program where we're gonna get them, tested up, assessing them, and creating a development program for them to become more confident, number one, because that's what sports really does and training does for you, and athletic and faster, stronger. So whatever sport they play, then they're going to be a better version of themselves. So I'm focused right now on the babies ages 6 to 11. But we do also train older kids in the Performance Training Center as well. Obviously, DT is an affiliate and a partner of ours. If you guys are out there in the Santa Clarita area, look up DT. They got the same, pretty much, we mirror each other in a lot of our programs. But for right now, we focused on the babies ages 6 to 11. So if you guys know any kids that are starting to get into sports a little uncoordinated, I'm gonna teach them how to, do the things they need to do to become those type of athletes that Pacoima was putting out so many years ago and still putting out to this day. But there's a lot of
Still
kids.
putting out.
But kids right now they doing this now. They own these games and we get them. They gravitate towards us in our program. A lot of parents bringing their kids to us because they're just not getting that energy that they need in terms of being able to develop into those confident young men. And a lot of times people just give them a spin-off of what you do with older athletes. And that's not how it works with these kids. You got to address them and meet them where they're at. And I'm very good at it. My brother's very good at it. So look us up. And yeah. And anything you guys need us to one other thing that we're very good at doing and we've done throughout the years is we supported all our brothers in different ways and raising money, fundraisers, supporting their businesses, blowing their businesses up. So reach out and connect with us if y'all want to, participate in that type of thing.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate you, Stone.
Oh man, always. You always got a spot here, man.
I got Keon on the hill tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Yeah, pushing. Pushing. We with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey, with that, you guys, we're gonna sign off. DT, Tim, Craze, they already done got up out of here. But hey man, great show. I'm gonna put it I'm gonna hit that stop button.